Like it's not a spoiler because it's like right as you meet them.
Talking
But
about her
Panam is
ass.
just fucking ass hanging out of the engine bay of a fucking car as she's tinkering around with it, and you just walk up and just ass,
And then she
ass.
proceeds to be mean to you for the next 16 hours of gameplay. Which
She obviously knows my kink.
Well, that's the thing. I always thought I was a dom, but you know what?
If Panam
I
told me to
think
sit down, I'll sit
I'm,
the fuck down.
yeah, I think I'm a bit of a sub for Panam. I know she's not real, but if she told me to eat dog food, I'd probably do it. Hello, and welcome to Cheat Codes Art Cheating. I am one of your hosts, Yorkshire Bother.
And I am the other host, Dark MCR.
And we've only just woken up, so this is going to be shit.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to my lack of awakeness.
I'm not prepared. Considering we were supposed to do this next week, I think we have an excuse, the fact that we've just got really excited and bumped it a week ahead.
I mean, to be fair though, you have been on the Sam. Listen here, mate. I'm really feeling the podcast right now. Shall we do one?
It's my fault. It is my fault. And then I've woken up at 9:30 and been like, oh shit, I should really get up. I was supposed to have a shower before this podcast. I haven't because I didn't have time.
You're meant to be getting up between 7 and 8 so you could go have a shower and everything.
Yeah.
And when did that happen? Well,
to be fair, I never said AM or PM. I'll just do it tonight.
Oh, and yes, Felix, I am thinking of Panam Stars.
Oh,
sorry, I had to.
No, it's fine. So we've got a few things on the docket today.
I love that you say docket. It really brings like warmth and cuddles to my heart. What? That you say docket.
Why?
I don't know. It's just a word that you don't hear
docket.
Ever. You're like the only person that used it outside of a TV show or a film. So today on the docket,
I feel called out.
No, I love it, man. I love it.
Nah, fuck that. I'm changing it now. So the first thing on the list is
no fucking docket.
The first thing
that's your thing.
The first thing on the docket, because apparently that's my thing now, is do we think? And I'm gonna let you go straight ahead and give your opinions first, Sam. Do we think game developers reveal games too early and then to keep the hype up, reveal too much about the games?
Yes.
Is that it?
No, I'm thinking of the first stumbling blocks to the mass carnage that I'm about to unfold. For smaller indie titles, I don't think that's the case because it doesn't tend to happen. But if you're looking at a AAA title, I do feel that a lot of the AAA titles are now doing that. Take, for instance, Cyberpunk. It was revealed. It was then, it's going to take some time to release. La-di-da-di-da. Here's some gameplay trailer. Here's like a story trailer. Here's a lore trailer. Here's this, here's that, here's this. And it was like years before we got it again. Another good one, and I know that you want to mention this, Zelda.
Well, to be fair with the new Zelda, it wasn't Nintendo that revealed it. But we have got that also on the, and Sam's favourite word, on the docket. So we'll definitely be coming full circle around to that one.
Oh shit! No, my not awake brain. I got the two mixed up. It's Jedi Survivor.
It's Jedi Survivor that I was going to bring up. Yeah. As much as I love that game and I'm looking forward to playing it. Like you look at that and compared to how they used to advertise things when they're advertising games nowadays, especially like, and you've seen it with, like I said, with Jedi Survivor most recently. We've got a teaser, then we've got a proper announcement, then we've had a story trailer, then we've had a gameplay trailer. We've also had 40 minutes of gameplay revealed, and then they're just dropping tidbits of details like different droids and different planets and different stances and different like outfits and hair customization. Don't get me wrong, I am still super fucking excited for this game, and as they drip feed me stuff, I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait to play this game. But at the same time, I'm like, how cool would it have been if I'd have gone into that and not known there was customization? Not known there were all these different things, different stances, and just been mind blown. And that's not a thing now. I know everything that's going to fucking happen by the story. And even then, they've done a full-on, like, specific story trailer, so I kind of know what's happening there.
It's... In a sense, it's not just games that are doing it, it's movies as well. But from the game's point of view, it does... And I understand that they're trying to keep the hype up for the game because it's still going in development and stuff. But this wasn't needed back in the day to keep the hype for a game going.
But do you think that the reason it wasn't needed back in the day is because the market was a lot less saturated too? And now they're trying to stay a step ahead of the competition?
It was, but you've also got the other side of the coin. Games back in the day didn't need all these trailers and stuff because people wanted to wait for them. People were waiting for all of the new, say, Call of Duties and Skyrim and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas this day and age, it's like a shift in the political standpoint of the gameage that they need to keep showing up. They need to keep being relevant. The thing is, though, why do they need to keep doing this? Because you've got they've got the hype. You've got games out there that people hear about first of all, and that's instantly on their calendars. They're playing through earlier ones in the franchise if it's something like that, or it's Hogwarts Legacy, which we got given, and it was years after the reveal that we were going to get it.
Yeah.
But people were so excited for it. But game developers are always like, I've got to try and show my face and be at the top of the viral charts. Yes, that's all well and good. But when you're spoiling plot points, gameplay mechanics, stuff like that, you're removing the fun out of it. Yes, the big lore points aren't going to be there, but that's why it kind of ties back into our last podcast with the E3 cancellation. Games have too many reveals and everything like that. But the best thing about E3 and stuff was they had booths there that you could go and try the games out.
Yeah.
And it was like the select people that decided to go to these places and go try it, they've experienced it. But you weren't allowed to record in there.
Yeah.
It was just you're going in, you playing it, and you just give your verbal standpoint on it. But in this day and age, that's been completely removed.
Yeah.
It goes back to the same thing as the early access for games, giving people early access. Why are you doing that when you're just basically giving people the game for free for a little bit, and it's not like they're going to come into it fresh-faced when it actually drops?
But do you think that the amount of stuff we get given early in terms of, because I'm personally still waiting for the story trailer for Tetris, but I think I'll be. That's a fucking tell a lie. We've got it. It's an Apple TV show with Taron Egerton. It's coming.
And you know what? I can't actually wait for it.
It looks so fucking amazing. It looks fantastic. But yeah, what I was going to say was, do you think the shift in advertising practice where they start, obviously, like I said, like we've said, pushing a lot more stuff out, do you think that sort of ties in hand with the fact that they're revealing games much earlier than these? Because the games are taking longer than ever to make because games are getting bigger than ever. Back in the day, you could pump out 2 games a year for PS2, you know what I mean? It wasn't exactly as big of a challenge for them. Whereas nowadays, especially when you look at stuff like The Last of Us or God of War, it's what, 4 years, 5 years you're waiting from one game to the other. It's like, obviously there's so much more development time, there's so much more going on. They're sat on all these bits of information for much longer than they ever have been in the past. Do you think that's what it kind of equates to, is because they've got all this information that they're sitting on and they need to still keep people interested in this game, considering the long wait times? That's why they start drip feeding information out to keep the interest, even though ultimately, let's face it, you could tell me literally nothing about a new God of War game and I'd still be queuing out the door to buy it on release. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be a good game.
I think it's definitely the shift in the way of the world.
Yeah.
I personally don't understand the fact of revealing a game, us then being told it's going to be 3-4 years until it gets released. And then towards the end of that wait, it's like, oh, here's this, here's this, here's this, here's this. If it's like a game that's part of a series, not a brand new, this is the first name in the franchise's titles and stuff like that. If it's one that, like, it's a continuation or a follow-on game from another, give us a mission. And a good thing with that was the Borderlands 2 to 3 transition.
Yeah.
You had the DLC that came out, which gave you kind of a filler bit of enjoyment that also went into Borderlands 3.
Yeah.
And the events leading up to why we're in this position with Borderlands 3. Why don't people do that, or game developers do that more than give trailer after trailer? Here's your gameplay, here's your lore, here's your mechanics, all that gameplay too. Teaser trailer, la-di-da-di-da. Before you're done, as you said, you know exactly what's going to go on with the game and everything about the game. So what's the point in actually buying the fucking game?
But I think your point about the difference between starting a new IP and continuing a series does make a lot of sense, because if it is a new IP, no one's ever heard of it before. Even if it's from a tried and tested developer, they all trip up. They all have bad games. Look at BioWare. They're known for making some of the best games ever, and then they dropped Anthem. But I feel like if it's a new IP and no one really knows what it is and everyone's a little bit like hesitant, drop a bit extra. Give us something so we kind of know what we're dipping our toes into. But I feel like then you look at stuff like when it's a series, like Jedi Survivor. We already know it's going to be a good game because Jedi Fallen Order was amazing. And the building up on what they've already created there, I don't think we needed as much as they gave us. They could have gone through the same route as the best example is the Assassin's Creed franchise. You look at when they release a new game, everyone knows the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed formula. They other than when they shifted from Syndicate to Origins and they changed the gameplay and then they gave us a bit more to show us the new direction they were taking it. All we ever really got for the Assassin's Creed games was a cinematic trailer at E3. And you bet your ass, because it was a yearly release schedule, you bet your ass everyone waited for that cinematic trailer drop. I still remember watching Brotherhood's trailer drop and going fucking wild.
I remember when Assassin's Creed 3 dropped and being so hyped for it. And that was one fucking trailer, maybe two, like a trailer then followed by a final trailer for release, which was the same thing.
Trailer that used Radioactive by Imagine Dragons, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was my introduction to Imagine Dragons as well. So not only did I get a great game, because personally I think Assassin's Creed 3 is amazing, I also got a love for Imagine Dragons, which was nice. Because otherwise it would have been a lot later down the line when I'd actually heard of them. Because I think that game probably shot them into relevance, to be fair. Because no one had really heard of them before that. And then obviously Assassin's Creed, big AAA title, uses them in the trailer. Same with Woodkid Iron, used in Revelations. I'd never fucking heard of Woodkid before that. And now I love them. I almost said I like Sail, and then I realised that's AWOL Nation. It's a completely wrong fucking group. Run Boy Run, that's another one they do, which again, they use that in Unity, I think?
I think so.
They're like Woodkid at Assassin's Creed. But it's just...
I think game developers, instead of trying to keep relevant and then teasing 17 different aspects of the game in your trailers, give us one reveal trailer, like just a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
A big trailer which is your general standard CGI cinematics and gameplay.
Yeah.
And then if you fancied one just before release, like
a launch trailer, yeah.
A launch trailer. Don't give us gameplay 1, 2, and 3 and story 1, 2, and 3. Because you'll ruin it. It may be a really big game and there may be a lot more lore to it. But to me, you're ruining people's...
That's a discovery I'd like to make myself with a lot of it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know the franchise. You know the story and everything. And it's nice to see some returning characters in these trailers. But you want to have that fresh, like, oh, I don't know that this person's going to be in the game, so I'm going to go through la-di-da-di-da. Oh my God, it's my best friend from my last game. It's
Which
my
is exactly
character
what happened with the gameplay trailer for Assassin's Creed. Not Assassin's Creed. Yeah. I've still got Assassin's Creed in the brain. Jedi Survivor, even. Because we got the story trailer, and everyone's like, oh, okay. No Merrin, no Grease. I was like, okay. Where are Merrin and Grease? And then gameplay trailer comes. Here, have some Merrin, have some Grease, have some hair customization. I'm like, I liked the mystery, man.
I could understand the hair customization. That's a cool little reveal. But when it comes, you don't want the story to be ruined.
No.
During these trailers, you want to be shown tidbits of like your character talking, but you don't know who they're talking to. You want to see bits of gameplay, but you don't want to see boss fights and really big lore-based, story-based moments.
To be fair, and you're going to like this because we're going to come back to a game you love right now. That's where Cyberpunk did it well. Every gameplay they dropped, every trailer they dropped, even the story trailer they dropped, other than like a couple millisecond things of like some cutscenes from later in the game, just to show you some of the romance options. Every single bit of gameplay we saw in any trailer, any reveal, was within the first 3 hours of the game. And that, in a game where it takes you about 80, 90 hours to beat the game, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Everything was from the tutorial. It's like, that works.
I know that like Cyberpunk is a very unique game. It's an open world RPG kind of thing. But I think more games need to have that setup of, okay, so your tutorial isn't just going to be a 10-minute tutorial. It's a full-blown couple of hour ordeal. And use that as Cyberpunk did in the tutorial stages.
Well, that's the thing, because most tutorials, it's like one of my favorite games of all time, but like the first mission, like to get you to the title credits, will forever be COD 4. When that ship is sinking and you're running and alarms are blaring and it's flooding, and then you jump off and you land in this helicopter and then boom, black screen, Modern Warfare. I was like, that's fucking awesome. Some games
that's
like,
the Captain Price mission where literally it starts with him smoking on the cigar on the Blackbird.
On the helicopter, yeah. But yeah, it's like that I like, but I have to give it to Cyberpunk for a game to sit there for 3, 4, sometimes 5 hours, depending on how much you do side stuff. Get you loving all of these characters. Get you invested in the world and in this crew that they think they're gonna have. You're gonna have for this entire game.
I'm gonna cry.
Only for them to give you a mission that fucking breaks you. And I won't spoil it too much, because there might still be some people who've not played it, and normally with it being out this long, I'd have said fuck you should have played it. But obviously with the launch it had, I'll hold off because some people might still be getting to it. There's a very significant couple character deaths in that tutorial, and it breaks you, and you cry, and you get angry and pissed off, and then there's another twist, and you cry, and you get angry, and you get pissed off, and only then, when it has broken you, remolded you, and broken you again, title credits. And it's like, fuck you, CDPR. How dare you make something so artistically perfect?
Yeah. This is the thing. I slept on Cyberpunk for some time. I remember watching the trailer back in the day and I was hyped for it. Then it dropped and it was all well and good, but it was buggy as hell. So I slept on it for a couple of years. I finally got round to playing it, and Yorkie has been in the VC with me while I've been streaming it internally with the community. And he's been there nearly every step of the way, waiting to see my reaction. And I have cried too many fucking times.
I mean, I think what also didn't help is when I knew something was coming, I purposely convinced him that the characters he loved were going to die. It was right up until the very moment where they didn't die, he was like, "You bastard." And it was beautiful. I am a conniving little shit in that regard. But no.
You are.
It's been great to watch you play it, to be fair, because my issue is a lot of my friends either didn't like it or because it burnt so many people on launch with its state it released in, refused to play it. So you are like the first proper friend I've got who I can sit there in a VC and just like fucking fangirl over Pan Am with.
Oh, Pan Am.
He went into this thinking, I love Judy. Judy's my one and only. I'm playing as a dude character, but I'm going to mod it so I can still romance her because Judy's my everything. And then he met Pan Am, and all that changed. And I said it would. I said, as soon as you said you like Judy, I was like, just you wait till you meet Pan Am. Just wait.
The fact is, it's the scene that you first meet Pan Am after speaking to that other character. And then, like, it's not a spoiler because it's like right as you meet them. But Pan Am is just fucking ass hanging out of the engine bay of a fucking car as she's tinkering around with it, and you just walk up and just ass.
And then she proceeds to be mean to you for the next 16 hours of gameplay. Which
she obviously knows my kink.
Well, that's the thing. I always thought I was a dom, but you know what?
If Pan Am told me to sit down, I'll sit the fuck down.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit of a sub for Pan Am. I know she's not real, but if she told me to eat dog food, I'd probably do it. But yeah, I don't know why I said that. On that tangent movie. Oh, well, it made sense, didn't it? Talking about games revealing too much and then me revealing that I have a dommy mommy dog food kink. Why do I do this?
Because you've got no filter. And...
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Yes. Moving on.
Woof.
Internally, I definitely feel like a beagle. What's your spirit, Canine Sam? I think I'm a beagle. I reckon.
I'm definitely a Jack Russell.
With a beard and stuff, I was thinking Jack Russell. Don't know why. Also, did you notice that because Sam started wearing beanies, I've coordinated a different hat? But yeah,
I think that's a bullshit excuse. I think you should tell everyone the actual excuse.
No, the actual reason I've not stopped wearing hats for 4 days is
because he wants to be a farmer like Belle.
Yes. No, it's because I have started balding. I'm 24 and I have started fucking balding. The man who had hair down to his titties a year ago has started balding, and I had a meltdown about it in a VC, And then I've not stopped wearing hats since. I would wear them in bed if I could. But yeah, so on to the next topic. Microsoft versus Sony for the Activision Blizzard deal. So North Dakota Senator, I did know his name, but I've completely forgotten. What's his bloody name now? Kevin Kramer has called into the light off the back of PlayStation's allegations about exclusivity deals being anti-consumer and monopolizing. They now want to see all of PlayStation's exclusivity deals, including timed ones, to see if PlayStation are hypocrites. Now, as much as I quite like the PlayStation exclusives, I have a PlayStation right here. I think we all know the answer is yes, they are hypocrites. Sam thinks very, very, very strongly of this topic. Sam, would you like to take the lead on?
Okay. This whole situation with the suing of Xbox and suing of Xbox by PlayStation, it's a buttload of fucking bollocks, as stated in VCs and I believe touched on in the last podcast. Xbox is trying to bring games to every single platform. You've got mobile gaming, and that's your phone, your fucking Switch, web browsers, and other consoles of the generation, including PC as well. And PlayStation's big thing is, oh, you're going to take away the exclusives. You're going to make all of these big name titles exclusive, like Elder Scrolls Online and stuff like that. How dare you come to this space and start spouting off about the exclusivity deals when the games that you're releasing on your consoles don't get seen on any other platform? If you're lucky, in the next 5 years from release. Now, I would use Last of Us 10 years after its release, because it first released on the PlayStation 3 and we've only just got a PC port of it.
Yeah, but at least they released it in good quality.
Oh, right? Fuck off.
Didn't they?
Fuck off. I'm fucking fuming about it.
Do you not like bushy-eyebrowed 4-polygon Joel? Does that not do it for you?
I had my Lara Croft fucking triangular tit phase about 15, 20 years ago, mate. I'm not willing to step back into those things, that state of my life. But
we all tried to look for them like bugs and shit to make Lara Croft take her clothes off on like Tomb Raider 2. Every single one of us did, because there was always that urban legend that you could, but no one ever actually figured it out. We all tried. And if you didn't, you're a fucking liar. But yeah, no, I agree. Like you said, like it takes you that long for PC to get the PlayStation ports, and then they're releasing subpar quality. And
don't get me wrong, I heard that the God of War port actually was okay.
And the Horizon port's supposed to be quite good as well, isn't it?
I think it was just the fact that Naughty Dog weren't the ones doing the port. It was handed over to a third party. But the thing is, don't come and start having a go and start fighting Xbox and trying to stop a big deal, which you look at the broader horizons of the deal. Activision Blizzard are a company that is dying. Oh, that was.
I muted, so no one had to hear it. Sorry.
I heard it.
I know, but I can't mute you. If I
okay.
Sorry, I've got a cold.
It's okay. It's all right. But fuck, I've forgotten where I was going with it.
You were saying that Activision Blizzard's a dying company.
Yeah. Activision Blizzard is a dying company. You've got Call of Duty, one of their biggest titles, has just gone down and down and down in a lot of people's eyes, whether it be because they started to focus heavily on the multiplayer or what have you. And from the Blizzard standpoint, Warcraft for the longest time has been named as the dying breed. Now, with Microsoft buying them, it's more financial because they're having to lay off so many people. But a big deal like this comes through and Activision Blizzard get bought by Xbox. it gives them more money to then start putting more people in the development team.
Yeah.
And with Call of Duty being a yearly release cycle or a 2-yearly release cycle, it gives more people chance to make more content for these games, and it's a good thing. And the fact that PlayStation are suing and want to see all the exclusivity deals, they just want to stop the buy. You're doing more damage than you are
your own reputation. Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, like, the one thing, like you said, it's a dying company. No one on PlayStation gives a fuck if stuff like World of Warcraft or Hearthstone come to Xbox, because they can't play it on PlayStation anyway. The main kicker is Overwatch, which is free to play and already on PlayStation, so I can't see them taking that off because they make all the money through microtransactions now. And for the players being active, to take out half your player base would shoot yourself in the foot. The only game that there's actually any chance of the only one they're actually kicking a fuss up about is COD. But like, I had an argument with someone on Facebook. COD's on a downhill slope, but people refuse to admit it. I love COD, don't get me wrong. I've bought every single COD, other than I think it was Infinite Warfare. At that point, it staled out for me. I've bought every single COD since COD 3. I love COD. I can sink loads of hours into COD. But you can't deny, from the Modern Warfare and Black Ops 1 days, that player base has substantially shrunk and the attitude towards it has shifted. That's the only game. And they're saying, oh, well, if they take COD, it's going to bankrupt PlayStation. Bollocks. PlayStation have Homefront, SOCOM, bloody Killzone. All these first-person shooter franchises that were beloved at a point that they fucked into oblivion. If they brought one of them back and made it good and didn't make it pay to win and didn't fill it full of microtransactions and plague it like COD have, I could see one of them being and put, like, fucking, if you want your battle royale, put a fucking battle royale in it, you know what I mean? But I could see them putting that back up and that overtaking COD on PlayStation as the go-to shooter. I remember playing Killzone 2 as a kid. I loved Killzone 2.
From a single-player perspective, Resistance was freaking brilliant. Resistance Fall of Man.
I think that's what I was thinking. Did I say Homefront earlier? I did. You did. I meant Resistance. Yeah, sorry.
Resistance was great. Really good storylines and stuff like that. Killzone was really good. Infamous is amazing.
We need a new Infamous game.
Exactly.
We haven't had an Infamous since the launch of the PS4 with Second Son.
Then you've also got, like, Uncharted. So you've got a load of really good exclusives that, I mean, apart from Uncharted, they've kind of been thrown in the bin.
Well, that's the thing. You look at old PlayStation, and it was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But the issue is, like, Activision, they own Crash Bandicoot, don't they? And didn't Crash Bandicoot used to be the poster boy for PlayStation?
Yeah.
Which I think is fucking hilarious. But they've got stuff like, well, looking at the back here, they've got Order 1886. Fantastic game. We got one of them, and then they thought, oh, this is a bit of shit, we're going to fuck this off. Horizon, they're still pushing them. Personas, I imagine we'll get another Persona game. Uncharted, they're milking like fuck. Like, they've told the story, and then there was like, well, we'll do a spin-off with side characters, and then next game we might use like Nathan Drake's kid. It's like, no, people love Nolan North. It's like, if you want to do a whole spin-off series of Uncharted, I would personally love an entire series where you delve more into Chloe's story. Like, you've already used her for a spin-off game and you made me actually give a shit about a character I never really gave a shit about. Use her more. Chloe's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you've got stuff like Killzone and Resistance, and I'm trying to think of other old-school PlayStation exclusives. Stuff you don't see anymore. Gran Turismo, the fuck that up. The last Gran Turismo released a loads of hate, didn't it? Because of the state it released in.
Yeah.
There's so many old PlayStation games. You can see the image for PlayStation has shifted over the years as the industry's shifted. But I think what we need now more than ever is some of them old school style PlayStation exclusives coming back and getting the chance to shine again. I would love a new Killzone game. That's all I'm saying. I'll
tell you what, Jak and Daxter. Give me a new Jak and Daxter game.
Yeah, but my worry with Jak and Daxter is it'd go the same way as Beyond Good and Evil, where you'd be like, oh my god, they're going to bring back my childhood. And then you'll wait for 40 fucking years only to get told that Joseph Gordon-Levitt's making it.
Yeah.
What did they think when I remember a week before that was revealed, I watched, I think it was called Don John or something, where it's a dude with a porn addiction who comes in his pants a lot, and then it was like, this man is making Beyond Good and Evil 2. Okay, that works. That was a tangent.
Going back to the thing, I think the North Dakota senator is well within his right to want to see PlayStation's books for exclusive deals and stuff.
Well, he said what everyone's thinking, hasn't he, really?
He's literally taken the side of what we've all spoken about in VCs, and not just us as people, but the gaming people in general. The people that really give a fuck. Why are they trying so hard to stop this deal when it's already been said that it's not going to make stuff exclusive? I think the only time that they could say that was Redfall and all of the controversy that came from Redfall. But PlayStation, they've got all their exclusives, and will we ever get those as PC players, as Xbox players? We barely. Kingdom Hearts never truly came to Xbox. It was only a PlayStation thing. Kingdom Hearts is a well-beloved.
We have Kingdom Hearts on Xbox.
Well, it took a very long time for it to come to Xbox.
I'm glad they did, though, because then I got to watch Huffle swear at it and never play it again. Yeah, no, they're all on Xbox now, but I never realised they were PlayStation exclusives at the time.
Yeah, it was it was one of their spear poster children. Same with Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I knew Final Fantasy used to be, but again, I'm glad they came, because my entry to the Final Fantasy franchise was Final Fantasy 15. I know it's not everyone's favourite, but I really loved it.
It was mine too.
The bromance road trip vibe of it just worked. I was like, I want to do this. I want to drive around with all my Twitch friends, ride big bin chickens, and have was it fucking Paloma? Was it Paloma Faith? Or was it Florence and the Machine just sing "Stand by Me" at me in a desert?
I think it was Paloma Faith.
Paloma Faith. I can't remember. I knew it was one of the ginger ones. That's all I was like. I know she's ginger and female. But yeah, I feel like we could talk about the PlayStation, Activision, Microsoft shambles.
It's going to be an ongoing thing. It's going to be an ongoing thing over the next couple of podcasts that we will talk about it again and again as more stuff comes to light. Yeah, but
ultimately, I think it's going to go through. I think they're going to be hard pressed to find a reason to actually cancel it, especially now they're pulling PlayStation's deals into account and into the light as well. I feel like it's going to just be that hypocritical of them that they're just going to throw them out.
Well, on this subject, I believe that PlayStation or Sony is getting sued in a sense because of the 30% increase in the costs of things for PlayStation as compared to Xbox. Like, exclusive games are like 30% more expensive.
Yeah.
And the PlayStation is £100 more expensive than the top leading other one, Xbox. And this is something I said in the VC. With the Xbox Series X, the top flagship Microsoft console at the moment, you have the ability to buy the console for £450 and get a year's worth of Game Pass, which gives you access to, just from the PC Game Pass, 38 games.
Well, that's the thing. So it's like, what, 600 quid in some places for a PlayStation 5. The Xbox Series S, which keeps up with the competition. I run on a Series S. I love my Series S. I can buy 3 of them for the price I can buy a PlayStation 5. That's insane.
The fact that you look at these bundles and it's PlayStation 5 with God of War or PlayStation 5 with Horizon. So that's one console with one game. And yes, there's backwards compatibility, but you want to play new games on new console.
Yeah.
Xbox, £450 for the initial console and then £10 a month for the Game Pass. for 400 games, which includes exclusive titles to Xbox and
on
new releases
and
indie titles. Like, is Dead Island 2 coming as an exclusive or a day one release to Game Pass?
I don't think it is, but I've not looked. Can we have a look now?
Now that would be one, because it comes out on the 21st, so we're about 5 days away from it releasing. But I know Redfall is coming.
Dead Island 2 is not coming to Game Pass. But Redfall is, yeah. And I mean, I know it's already been out for a year on PlayStation, but this week, the date drops on Xbox. Ghostwire Tokyo came to Game Pass. Which, can I just say, is a fucking amazing game. And the fact that that's a Microsoft-owned title that had a 1-year exclusivity deal on PlayStation kind of contradicts what PlayStation are saying, in my opinion. I mean, I know it was already a deal that they'd ironed out before they bought Bethesda, but still, they could have quite easily turned around and gone, nah, we're not gonna go through with all the deals that are already out there. They didn't have to.
We're the new owners of this company. And your deal is going in the bin.
If they were as selfish as people made out, that's what they'd have done. But I do think, in terms of the price differences, I do kind of get why Xboxes are so much cheaper, and I think it is generally because Xbox is such a bigger company. It's like a conglomerate of companies, isn't it? It's like they've got so many subcategories of their own company because they're into the PC market and the operating system market and the gaming market. They do have that capacity to sell their consoles at more of a loss, because everyone makes consoles at a loss. We all know they do. Otherwise, if you were paying for the full price of the hardware, to be able to run what is basically a 3080, let's face it, especially on the new consoles, which is what, 600 quid alone, and then everything else. Yes. They are selling them at a loss. I feel like Xbox does have that capacity to sell them at a loss more because of the size of the company. So I'll give PlayStation that. But at the same time, it's Sony. Sony also have a lot of subcategories to put more money into PlayStation.
I mean, for fuck's sake, Sony's got their toes in every other bit of market, from TVs to sound systems to DVD players.
Don't they do ovens as well? I'm sure I've seen a Sony oven somewhere.
I'm pretty sure.
Fucking surprise me. Should we have a look?
But they've done a lot of stuff. So it's, in some senses, it doesn't matter if Xbox is like operating system office person, but for the sheer fact that PlayStation and Sony in general, they've got other avenues that they can go down. And the thing is, if they just made games exclusive, like all of these exclusives, they ported them over and they were good ports, not 5 years down the line, but say like Ghostwire. They did a Ghostwire that it was a year until we got it on PC.
Yeah.
They'd make money. They'd make more money, which means that they can reduce the cost and price of their router-looking consoles.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on from one court case to another. This is going to be a monster of a segment. Please don't sue me. Monster Energy suing literally every fucker who uses the word monster. Apparently that's appropriate for them now. That is their way of dealing with it. I don't know why this screen is so there we go. So Monster are suing any brands that use the word monster. They've attacked an indie dev who had a game called Monsters vs. Mortals. They've attacked a sandwich shop just because its logo looked a little bit like theirs. And they're also going after Pokemon because a lot of people don't know, but Pokemon is actually a short name for the game. The actual game's full name is Pocket Monsters. What the fuck?
It's one of these. It's a massive company that, let's be honest, 10 years ago were just dipping their toes in life.
Yeah.
And now they've got so big. It's like, if you remember back, it's like the Fine brothers trying to copyright the word react.
I never knew they did that.
Yeah, so the Fine brothers, where they had sort of like teens react, kids react. They tried to copyright the word react because it was their thing, and they got shut down.
I'm just
instantly.
Picturing a sassy black judge woman just being like, react to this, case dismissed. Oosh. But I would love that. That would be me, except I'm not a sassy black woman. I am a socially awkward white man with a neck beard. But yeah, no, so I'm looking at this, so like they've sued a welder because his surname began with an M, so he used just an M as his logo. Sued him. They've sued a men's aquarium hobby forum called Monster Fish Keepers. It has the word monster in it. Ubisoft had to change. Do you remember when Immortals Phoenix Rising was first released and they had to change the name to like it was initially called Gods and Monsters? Yes. They changed the name because Monster threatened to sue them. There's like their claim was that the title would be too easily confused with its brand. Because yes, when I think of a video game title where I play as, I've never played the game, but I'm going to assume some sort of like a small red-headed Greek angel working on the behalf of Zeus and Poseidon. The first thing I think is, I hope that comes in raspberry flavour because I reckon the drink's delicious. Like, I want to sue Ubisoft because I tried to drink the disc and it hurt. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get confused. I'm not going to go out and think, fucking hell, these games cheap. It's only £1.69 a can. Like, yeah, it's... What? It's stupid, man. But the thing is, they're winning. They're winning. I'm surprised. They are going after Monster Hunter as well. Yeah, Locke just put that. They are going after Monster Hunter as well. I'm just surprised that it's going to be really good as well. I was going to make a really good point and it was going to be humorous and I've forgotten because I got distracted by more. But yeah, they're going after Monster Hunter as well. Oh yeah, that's it. I was going to say I'm surprised because they're owned by Coca-Cola. I didn't realise Monster Energy is owned by Coca-Cola, a brand that's $1 billion company. Like, next thing we know is bloody Coca-Cola will be trying to sue Colombia for the cocaine business because they're scared Coke will get confused with their drink. Like, it's the same sort of thing. It's stupid as fuck. Like, it really is. Like, why does an energy drink company have to go after anyone and everyone because of the word monster? Like, what fucked up cocaine-driven ride caused them to think that this was appropriate and actually worth doing? It's just, it baffles me, man. Like, everything that they're going after has nothing to do with energy drinks. I could understand if it was a rival energy drink company that had just copied and pasted their entire branding. But that's not the case. It's game franchises, aquarium people, some welder. Don't fucking start. It's like Nintendo going after people for creating Pokemon ports and stuff like that. Yeah, or Sega trying to sue one of my moderators because he put Sonic the Hedgehog on a fucking keyring and they wanted $2 million off him because he made a keyring in his shed. Yeah. Like, he's fucking dumb. But the fact that they've got companies like Ubisoft backing down, people like these indie devs and people like this welder and this sandwich shop, how the fuck do they stand a chance if big multi-million companies like Ubisoft can't even get around it? But I would, if that was me, I would, and if I was like an ancestor of Mary Shelley, I would sue Monster. Because I would be worried that their energy drink could get confused with Frankenstein's monster. Yeah. They would think that Frankenstein made a beverage that was fizzy and energizing. What are they going to go do? They're going to go and get someone to drop off some
suing papers on the gravestone of the guy that created Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, but in the same boat, they're doing this. But what I would love to see in a response to this for someone to knock them down a fucking peg. They've now made that Beast energy drink, haven't they? The one that's like the rival Dragon Soup, the alcoholic one. It's just called, it's called Beast Energy. I personally think Mr. Beast should sue them because it could get confused with Beast Burger. Because his has been around longer.
Yeah.
That's the thing, I'm pretty sure hasn't Pokemon been around longer than Monster Energy?
Pokemon has been around since I was a child. Monster is... Let's find out the Monster Energy. So Monster Energy came out in 2002.
Yeah, and then so Pokemon's older than Monster, and they're trying to sue them. 96 Pokemon came out, Monster 2002. Chat's just told me, and they're trying to sue. It's like, fuck you, we came first, man. That's like me trying to sue Sean Connery because he copied my name. It wouldn't work. It doesn't work. It's stupid. They're bullies.
The thing is, that's the way that all these corporations are going to go. And I'm sorry if this insults any Americans, because it may do. Around the world, yes, suing culture is a thing. There are lawyer practices and there are law firms around the world. But you look at the Americans with their self-entitled bullshittery, that every street has a law firm of some description, and you sue people for anything. Oh, I bought a banana that wasn't as ripe as the rest and I paid full price for it. You'd take them to a fucking small town fucking law firm to sue the other place, to sue the supermarket.
You do see it everywhere though, and it's stupid. Like there's someone who we knew that was like 25 stone. They sat on a glass coffee table and it smashed and they sued someone. Why? You're 25 fucking stone. It's not a chair. But like you said, in America, you look at how many practices there are. I would say there are more lawyer practices in America than there are Starbucks.
Oh, for sure.
You can for sure. There's like 2 on every fucking street in America. It's ridiculous. But
I just don't understand. Like, it is that big corporation. Oh, we'll just get some lawyers involved. They'll go deal with it. Why do you need that? You are an energy drink company and you're going after game developers, small people that literally run a self-owned business.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with energy drinks. They probably never touched an energy drink. So you can't even sue them for your performance is only possible because of Monster Energy drink. No. It's a welder that has been doing this probably longer than you've been alive, or alive as a company. Why? What gives you the right to come after anyone and everyone because you're a little bit butthurt? Is it because your sales are low because you want to get back into the media? Is it because there are other energy drink companies that are coming out with better products than you?
Well, that's the thing.
Is it because?
But it's stupid because if it is a cost thing, all you need to look at is their drinks don't cost any more to make than the other ones. And then you look at stuff like Rockstar, Relentless. Fucking Tyson Fury's new drink is 50p a can. Fair enough, it's shit, but it's 50p a can. And then Relentless, £1 a can. Rockstar, I think it's about £1.15. You're looking at £2 for a Monster. I love them. I love a original Monster. Don't get me wrong, but if I've got a choice between spending £1 on a Relentless or £2 on a can of Monster to get the same satisfaction and the same amount of shit, I'm gonna buy a Relentless.
Yeah,
but I'd understand though if they had some standing with the lawsuit. If you googled Monster and something else came up. If you Google Monster, Monster Energy comes up. But if you Google Pocket Monsters or Pokemon, Pokemon's going to come up. You know why? Because it's fucking Pokemon. You get what you look for.
It's fucking ridiculous. And they can't even take other people for... Like, you can't sue other people. It's the way of the world when it comes to search engine results at the moment. You pay there are big companies that pay to have their stuff at the top of the list when certain things have been put in. You've got, so if you typed in Umbrella, fucking the corporation from Resident Evil could pay someone to make sure that it's ridiculous monster. You've got no fucking leg to stand on. You're literally making a fool out of yourself. Get back in your tiny little fucking hole, you bunch of arrogant cunts.
They've got no leg to stand on, and they're making a fool of themselves, but they're fucking winning. But that's just because Coca-Cola has that much money. They can just bury people until they have to submit. That shouldn't be allowed.
No.
It should not be allowed. It's ridiculous, but we could, again, before we get angry at that, because Sam's already called. We're going to go from one lawsuit to another. And this one is one where I think Sam might actually agree with the company for once. I'm not sure. Nintendo are suing, wanting to sue the people who leaked the Tears of the Kingdom content, and they are subpoenaing Discord and asking them to present the documents to show who it was who leaked on Discord.
I remember seeing this one. They're trying to they've subpoenaed Discord to find out who has leaked the Tears of the Kingdom art book.
Yeah. Which I think they're within the right to, because I imagine it's an employee, sorry. It's got to be. It's either an employee or a retailer. Gotta be.
I think, yes, they're well within their right to sue, because at the end of the day, what was leaked was their intellectual property. They are well within their right to do so. It is a brand. It is the name that they've probably got the trademark for specific game, like for that specific game. And that is well within their right to do. And the fact that they've now gone to Discord and gone, look, you've got a guy on there that did it. We want to find out who. Yeah, go for it. Crack on. Give them the information that they want. But just know it's a double-edged sword that as soon as Nintendo do that and Discord give those
everybody's going to do it.
Everyone's going to do it.
But this is the thing, but isn't Discord encrypted like WhatsApp, though? I know. Do you remember when... Like, it's a morbid topic, but I'm pretty sure, wasn't there a terrorist attack at some point and someone requested some information from WhatsApp and they were like, we can't, because it's all encrypted and it goes against the user agreement, and so we physically cannot give you it. We know it's a bad topic, but we can't. I'm pretty sure Discord is a similar thing, isn't it?
Discord messages are encrypted. However, this is only true partially. They are sent over the HTTPS connection. This means that Discord can still see your messages. However, messages sent to your friends or servers are encrypted before they're sent out, but are decrypted on Discord servers. So there is a copy of them there, but it is to make sure that it is a direct link so that people can't kind of, while it's going through the aether,
fuck with it,
which I understand, and I'm happy to have that. It is the encryption's there to keep us safe from exposure and from people to collect data. But going back to the point at hand, some guy comes out of nowhere, finds this information and leaks something that hadn't even been revealed from Nintendo's point of view. And Nintendo being Nintendo, they like to sue anyone that does it.
So they're quite strict with that anyway. So to release something that big, you're playing with fire anyways, aren't you? Let's face it.
Yeah.
They knew they were going to get some backlash from it. But the question is, will Discord give enough of a shit to do it? So at the end of the day, with their user agreements and stuff, Discord are still well within their rights to say no. It's not a criminal matter. It's a civil matter.
Yeah, I think unless they take it really far with the whole fact of intellectual property and what Nintendo's standpoint with that is, whether it's just they've got intellectual property for the Zelda games, like the title Zelda, but they don't have it for Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
that is going to be the biggest strong point or weak point in the argument and the subpoena. If it is an intellectual property thing, then that technically does fall under the jurisdiction of criminal law because they are the intellectual property owners of the Tears of the Kingdom franchise.
Yeah.
And because the art book is for something that they've got intellectual property for via the name of a trademark or whatever, they do have the right to do so. But again, it's one of those scary things that if this comes out and if this is all true, what does that actually mean for the rest of Discord?
I reckon it'll open a can of worms. And my worry is that a lot of people, if Discord do reveal this, will feel like their conversations and data are safe and they're going to jump ship. The other question is, if they do jump from Discord, where do we go? Hopefully to an app that works on my fucking computer, Discord. Sort it.
I don't think it would be the case that Discord dies or we then have to move place. And I don't think even to the point where we have to worry about Discord becoming so open and people just siphoning off your data. There is a user agreement there that we've all signed to. And if their user agreement is, unless for criminal matters, you can't access this data, I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Yeah. And it won't be all of our data being siphoned off. It will be like I work in education, and there's these things. We get a request put through to us for
like a freedom of information request.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we get them in social care as well.
And I have to go off, and any keyword or like a last name, any message sent between any member of staff within the entire company that has mentioned this specific name, I have to pull the data off of.
It's going to be that sort of thing. And send it over.
Yeah, exactly. So it will be the same thing with Tears of the Kingdom. They want to find out who sent the message, who acquired it, and they'll send it off in that same way. It's just...
I feel sorry for whoever has to read through that, because if you do a freedom of information request and they send over everything flagged with Tears of the Kingdom or art and Zelda, someone's going to have to sit through so much smutty fan fiction and lewd drawings of like Zelda being fucked by a Korok. And it is going to be the weirdest thing in the world. It's going to be awful.
The thing is, though, they already know the name of the person that leaked it, so it's not going to be... I don't think they're going to pull off all the data.
It's just finding who that account links to.
Yeah, they're going to get access to either the account, or it will probably be that. It will either be getting access to the account or getting access to all of the messages sent to and from that account. And that will be how they get all of that.
But let's face it, if you're going to leak something that big, you're going to leak it through a proxy account on a proxy network, aren't you? You're not going to drop your own fucking name on it. That would be stupid.
It's one of those things. Warcraft has this same situation with new expansions and stuff. There's data miners that go through the source code of the game, and they release all of the information beforehand. But you don't see Activision Blizzard turning around and suing all of these data miners, because they find it funny. It's like, and the thing is, they've put shit in the game to throw them off. Yeah, they know that it's going to happen. So for Nintendo, it was kind of like, well, you've already released the console's exclusive looks and branding and stuff like that. Why didn't you release the art book at the same time?
Yeah.
Or is it the fact that someone's got hold of the art book already? They've taken it home from an office or been given it by someone that's taken it home from the office and then shared it around. for the collector's editions.
I think, especially in the gaming universe, it goes back to what we were discussing at the start about revealing too much at once. I think leaks are a key part of the gaming industry, because you look at fucking Ubisoft is a perfect example. They're the worst secret keepers in the world. Like when they announced Mirage and they thought they were geniuses, and everyone's like, mate, we've known about this for about 4 months. Because they can't keep a secret. But what it does is it gets that hype out there and gets that information out there without the company having to leak it. Let's face it, Ubisoft probably leaks it themselves. There's no way they're that bad at keeping secrets. But like, without them having to release their own trailers and stuff and getting accused of releasing too much at once and giving us too much information, because you can be like, well, we didn't, a hacker did. But it still gets that hype. Like I said, Mirage, they're like, oh yeah, we're going to get a game where we play as Basim. It's going to be set in like Bangladesh or something. It's going to be great. And then they're like, we're happy to announce a surprise new Assassin's Creed title, Assassin's Creed Mirage, where you play as Basim in Bangladesh or Baghdad or whatever. It's like, yeah, we kind of knew. How fucking... I think 2 years before Syndicate was announced, we knew we were getting an Assassin's Creed game set in London. Like, I don't know. I know with an art book it's something different. It's not like a whole game thing, but a fucking art book, you know what I mean? If anything, the leak and all the drama around the leak of the art book is actually getting more people to give a shit, and it's getting more eyes on it. And I don't know, maybe it's been leaked and they're making a big deal out of it for that reason, to shine more light on it. And it's free. It's not free advertising, because like bloody lawyers cost a lot of money. But you know what I mean? It's getting them more advertising out there. But I do agree they're well within their rights to sue.
They're well within their rights to sue. But it's also, I think people don't need to stop being so scared of why this is happening and everything. It's not going to affect us directly. Yeah. It's not going to be a breach of our data. Nintendo just went to find out who the employee was, because it was most likely an employee that managed to get hold of either the physical product or the data files and sent them out. Yeah. That's all they want it for. They're not going to be trawling through my fucking DMs to you, which is basically nutty pictures of Pan Am.
Yeah, if they do, we're getting put on a watch list or something. I swear to God. Yeah, so if anyone's wondering what Sam's talking about with the Pan Am thing, so Sam, would you like to tell them or shall I? Would you like to admit you're a dirty old man, or would you like me to dull it down a bit?
I'll take this one, mate. So I have been playing Cyberpunk, as everyone knows from the last couple of podcasts, and my sheer obsession with streaming it in Discord for the last 7 fucking days. I've added a load of mods, which one of them was a romance enhanced, which basically makes the character that you romance do more in the day. It has a strict schedule of doing things. Now, I was doing a mission, one of the final missions of the game, and they come and meet you in a location. Unfortunately, it just happens to be early morning when this romanceable character is taking a shower, like normal daily duties of having a shower. So me and this other character are talking, and there's a car turn outside. That sounds like you. Thank you. So I turn round, and walking through the door is a completely naked, like beads of showery water running down the body of. Glistening like a glazed Krispy Kreme donut.
Please don't talk about your romance option naked and use the word glazed. That's fucking disgusting. See? Dirty old man.
But yeah, walk through the door of the place that I'm in and just completely in the nutty. And Sean and I are having a fucking whale of a... We were having a howler of a time.
I genuinely nearly weed. It was so funny. Do you know what, though? I went back and looked at it later, not in a dirty way, because I was genuinely curious, and what I noticed is whoever made that, shame on you. You didn't include the gunshot wound scar on her abdomen.
Yeah.
It's all about the details, man. I don't care about your HD fanny and nipples. Give me the gunshot scar. Glaze that.
I mean... I have to disagree with you there, mate. You're all about the gunshot wound. I'm happy with my 4K nipples.
Yeah, but it's just an extra orifice, isn't it? I'm so disgusting. I'm so sorry. I do love a romanceable glazed donut. Yeah, but look, the question is, do you like the jam-filled ones with the little injection hole, or do you like a ring donut? Because that really changes how you interact with it. I don't know what's worse, this conversation or me saying that I'd eat dog food.
I think the dog food one's still up there.
Ironically, we're still talking about Pan Am in both. Oh, Cyberpunk, ladies and gentlemen. Can you tell we like it a bit too much?
Oh, I can't fucking wait.
Well, if you do like Cyberpunk, the nice thing is Sam is planning on trying to start streaming next week, internet depending. And I think he's still set on starting a new Cyberpunk playthrough.
Yeah, so gonna start a new playthrough, play it how I haven't played it, which is full net runner with different choices, and see what differences in the game I can have. So yeah, should be trying to do something like that potentially Tuesday. But
I'm looking forward to it. No, keep talking because I need to plug my headphones in.
Oh, you fucking idiot. Did you forget to charge him last night?
I remembered to charge them, I just forgot to turn them off after. So they've been on all night.
You fucking idiot.
It's not my fault I'm stupid, it's my genes. Blame my mum or Primark.
Primark. I'm going to blame Primark. You know what? Shall we sue Primark?
I think
right?
Yeah, sorry, I need to unplug, move my multi-plugs on mute myself so the audio doesn't come through on the podcast. I think Monster Energy should sue CDPR because Pan Am gives me a monster hard-on.
Oh, you fucker. You fucker, I can't do this.
I do wonder, though, to be fair, do you reckon Monster will sue Danny DeVito, considering one of his most iconic Sony in Philadelphia lines is, I need a Monster Condom for my Magnum Dong? Do you reckon they'll worry that they'll confuse a latex penis wrapping with an energy drink? I mean,
probably.
No, I've already said enough dirty things. I don't need to say that I drink Danny DeVito. Well, you want to be a hero, kid? Well, slab my knob.
Right. I think Nintendo, do it, give them the information, find out who did it, tell them off, go for it.
On to the next one, and this is one I've never played it, but I've seen other people play it, and I really, 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 really liked it, and I know you were a big fan, Sam, so it's a bit sad news. American McGee stepping down from development at EA, meaning we're not going to get an Alice Madness Returns 2, or Alice Asylum, as it was penned in as being called. It's a sad day in gaming when that happens, because that game was so unique. It was the most Tim Burton-esque game ever. It filled a lot of hole. I fucking hate saying the phrase "it filled a lot of holes" after what we've just said, but you know what I mean. I'm meaning this in a non-dirty way.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's the fact is, Alice Madness Returns. It's one of those cult classic games that if you're a fan of Tim Burton, that's the way you go, because it is it's a really big game. Let's be honest, like it may not have had the numbers that a Call of Duty game would have, but it tickled the enjoyment factor of a lot of people. And I've been waiting for an Alice sequel game forever. I've really wanted it because it had that Tim Burton vibe, and we've not got the Nightmare Before Christmas game yet, ever. Oh,
the thing is,
get working on it, devs.
EA still own the IP. They could still do something with it. I know it wouldn't be the same without American McGee, because if anyone's wondering, American McGee has stepped away because they're knocking on a bit now. They're a bit old. They want to spend the money they've got. They don't need to work again. They've got enough money to last them. They're wanting to just step away from the gaming industry, and be with the family, be with the wife, be with their children, and just actually enjoy life. I think they might have grandchildren now as well, I'm not sure. But, I mean, well, that's the thing, like Mandy just saying, Jack, Lost in Random, that's another Tim Burton-esque to fill that hole where the Alice Madness Return has left. But I do think EA still own the IP. And I know they've not been doing great recently, but I think if you gave BioWare that IP and told them to run with it in the same sense that they used to do old school Dragon Age, I reckon we could still get a good product.
I do reckon we could get a good product too. I just fear... It's as we were talking about earlier, Yorkie, with you've got all of these old franchises like PlayStation with Resistance. It would be one of those, it's kind of going to shit. But
yeah,
bring back these old franchises, these old game franchises that had these one-time really good cult classic games. And people are begging for it and wanting it because it was such a unique thing for its time. If EA do decide to give it a go, I would be very happy for it, even if American McGee won't be there. But I'm not thinking that I don't think it's going to be likely.
Well, the other danger is as well, it's such a cult classic game that not a lot of people have played it, but the people who have love it. If they fuck it up,
it's ruined the franchise.
You can't fuck up a franchise if the game's already out and it's good, but if you make another and it's shit, the people won't remember you for the good one, they'll remember you for the crap one.
Yeah.
And that's the danger. Which is a shame because I'm with you, like I've not played the first one yet, but I enjoyed watching other people play it. I reckon a second game, if done right, would hit well with a lot of fans. Or even just like Mandy said, a remaster would be nice.
Yeah, but the only thing with the remaster and the way that the game is, how would it be done? And would it take away... Are they going to remaster it and add ray tracing and take it completely away from it being like a dark Tim Burton? Yeah. I think it's a dangerous line to go through like a cult classic like that and say, oh, we'll remaster it when it's the only one in the franchise. Again, are people going to get hyped up for it? It'd be an absolute pile of shit. And then it's going to fall off.
Yeah, but...
I don't know.
He's one of them, though, like, other than doing that just to crisp it up a bit, I don't know about on PC, but I know on Xbox, it naturally upscales games anyways. So we have that. We already have the upscaled graphics anyways, because the backwards compatibility on Xbox does that for us. And like I said, I've not played it, but I imagine the gameplay is pretty sound. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
it's sad. He's always sad when someone who, I know they've only made one title, but it was so beloved by its fans. It's always sad when a visionary like that steps away from the gaming scene. It's a bit like when Hideo Kojima was dropped by bloody old band, is it not Bandai Namco? Who the fuck was it who dropped him? Who was it who makes Metal Gear games? I'm blanking so hard.
What, like the development company?
Yeah.
Konami, that's
it. I mean, we're literally named cheat codes at cheating, and it's Konami, the people who made the most iconic cheat code ever. That's fucking embarrassing on my part. But it's like when Kojima got sacked off by them, and at the time, he just disappeared off the face of the earth for a solid few months, and people thought, fuck, that's Kojima out of the gaming space. And that man, I love him. I've never met him. That man
came back with a fucking vengeance.
He did. I mean, I know a lot of people, like, there's mixed opinions on Death Stranding, but I've heard a lot of people also say once you get past the fact that it is kind of like a walking sim, the actual world and the gameplay mechanics and the story that is there, it's convoluted in the standard Kojima sense, but it's good. I'm just good we're never going to get a Silent Hill PT, the actual full game. But we got Visage. And Visage was like a close love letter to that. And Visage...
The thing is, though...
Terrified me.
Silent Silent Hill games, have they actually done one that hasn't flopped or been bug-filled, trying to follow in the footsteps of Resident Evil?
2 was good.
Yeah, they've had one, but the whole platform has had loads and loads.
That's a good point, because both of them had third-person perspective cameras, and then when Resi 7 comes out and they swap to first person, so did Silent Hill. I've never thought of that.
Yeah, the fact is, Resi and Silent Hill were part and parcel at the same time zone and everything with each other. But
one of the things that makes me
only escalated, and Resi's always escalated further and gone to new heights and everything. And you then look at Silent Hill, and it was good, and then it was bad.
Yeah. I personally really like Resi 5 and 6, and a lot of people are going to call me a piece of shit for it, but I wouldn't play them single player, don't get me wrong, but playing Resi 5 and Resi 6 co-op, the madness of it is hilarious. But I did notice as well, what surprised me is Resi 7 moved to first person to try something new. Everyone was like, oh my god, this is what Resi needed. Resi needed first person. Resi 8 came out first person. They're like, oh, this is everything we need. Resi needs to be first person. The remasters for Resi 2, 3, and now 4 came out all third person. Third person love was that big, they then added a third person mode for Resi 8. I have a feeling they're going to go back to third person. I'm surprised they've not done gone back and done a third person mode for Resi 7 yet. But I've not played a lot of the Resident Evil games personally. I've played 5 and 6 with Sladen. I've played 1 on my own, the first one, that was last year. I own 2, 3, and 4. I own 7 on the PlayStation, and I have PSVR, which I want to do at some point. I think that would be amazing on stream. That would be hilarious.
Would be on stream.
But I am also a pussy, as people know.
You are.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean though. But yeah, no, it's sad when you see, going back to like the people leaving the industry, like going back to Kojima and stuff. Like when Kojima left Konami, everyone thought, oh god, is this the end of Kojima? And then he went off to go do his own thing, and we're like, yay, he's back. And then we saw what happened to beloved franchises after the visionary left, and that's when you get shit like Metal Gear Survive. And that would all be my only worry, is if EA did pick up Alice Asylum and move with it, would we get a Metal Gear Survive situation where it's soulless and just a cash in on the fact that the previous games, or previous game in this instance, was so beloved? Because as much as I do agree, as much as I do sit there and think BioWare like made some of my favourite games, like the Mass Effect games and the Dragon Age games, they also made Anthem.
Yeah.
And when it comes to Anthem, that game it's something. I wouldn't even call it a game. I'd call it a... Flight Sim's got better action than Anthem. And a better story.
Yeah, no, I would agree with you on that.
It is weird, though, in today's society where Tetris has a better story than Anthem.
Yeah.
That's the world we live in now, where Tetris has a really good action-packed story based around the USSR. Anthem has some trees. It's such a stark contrast. How the fuck did we get here in terms of the industry? What the fuck? You can't make it up. It's just...
if we're going to go through that, I genuinely think that big developers like EA and stuff think that they are immortal in a sense, and anything that they put out is going to be a beloved hit by their
that's the thing,
target
though,
audience.
Is you're not wrong, because Anthem, the amount of pre-orders that got and how much money that banked, and then it was only because it had nothing in it when people bought it, and they got the backlash from, they're like, no, people don't like us, so rather than fix our game, we're just going to disappear. We're just going to fuck this game off. They'd already made bank. They didn't need to give a shit anymore. Why put money into a sinking ship when you've already like made profit off it? There's no point. And Anthem pissed me off, right? I had no real interest in Anthem. I wasn't going to get it. All of my mates got it at launch. This was back when I want to say... what year did Anthem release? I want to say I was probably around 19. I'd have been in the police, but I think it was pre being in uniform.
It was 2019.
It's 2019 Anthem came out.
February 22nd, 2019.
Oh, shit. So I literally played Anthem for a couple of months and then moved over here. But yeah, so anyways, I wasn't interested in Anthem. I didn't want to buy Anthem. It didn't really... It looked cool, but I'd bargain bin it at some point. I wasn't really bothered. All of my mates bought Anthem, and that's all they would play, and they stopped playing all the usual multiplayer games at the time. All we really did was play like Siege and stuff together, so I didn't have my friendship group there anymore. So I peer pressured into it and bought Anthem. However, because I bought Anthem a week after them, and there isn't even a week's worth of content, I bought Anthem, installed it, and by the time I'd got it installed, they'd already realised there's no content, and they all moved away from it. So I bought Anthem to play with my friends, only to then never play it because there was no content and none of my friends wanted to play it anymore because it was shit. And I was so pissed off. I was like, really, you've just made me spend 60 quid on this bag of shit. I'm talking about this beautiful game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it must have been. Yeah, it was 2019 because I remember when I still lived in Yorkshire before I moved over here and moved in my Huffle. I would sit on a VC with her.
She has a name.
I would sit on a VC with Huffle and her friend Jess, and we would all chill out on a I can't remember. I think it was like a Facebook Messenger call or something. And I had a boon arm like this. I think it was this boon arm actually before I broke it, and it had like a phone holder on it, and I would just hold my phone sort of like there. But it was almost like I was streaming now, but it was just so I could like play my game while still being on VC, being like video call. Yes, it was 2019. So I've got fond memories of Anthem. I just wish I hadn't spent £60 on it. And I wish that when I was encouraged to spend £60 on it, my friends actually fucking played with me. But then again, they weren't good friends. So fuck them.
The thing with that is, if Anthem had the reveal trailers, and in this day and age, like a few years down the line, it was just added straight to Game Pass as a Game Pass thing, you wouldn't be so upset with it.
No, I won't.
You would play it. It wouldn't have been the best, but you can at least say, "Oh, look, I played Anthem. I enjoyed most of it. Yeah, I enjoyed parts of it, but that's it." But it's the fact that people were made to pay 60 fucking quid for a game that flopped so badly after being the new Halo or the new Titanfall.
Even if it had been like a mid-range 30 quid game, I'd have been happy with 30 quid. I'd say I probably got 30 quid's worth of enjoyment out of it. Paying full price for a AAA title is like, for that regard anyways, it's not ridiculous in general because like, I spent 60 quid on God of War Ragnarok. I've not even beaten that game yet and I've got 60 quid's worth. I'm never beating that game on stream. I'm sorry guys. Like, I was doing a full playthrough on YouTube as well, like sending the VODs over there. That's never getting finished. I will end up playing that off stream. But it's just, like Goody said, you're paying full price for empty promises. Which is so common in this industry. It's like the fact that fucking Skull and Bones, when that eventually releases in like 40 years, it'll release alongside Elder Scrolls fucking 6. But when that comes out, we already know what it's going to be. It's a shell of Black Flag that's in alpha and already has a microtransaction store to fucking rival Call of Duty. It's ridiculous, and it's pay to win, and it's going to be crap. And that's going to be it's 60 quid game now. If that takes another 5 years to release, I imagine games will probably be about 70 quid then. 80 quid. Like, my child is having a breakdown. I hope that's not coming through on the podcast.
I can't hear it through the microphone in the call.
We should be good then. I think he's been put in a timeout. Or he's hurt himself. One of the two. Claw's dealing with him. It's okay.
Let's... something I want to do, just because I may or may not have been watching the reveal trailer through the stream, just to get myself all caught up. I think it's about time that we move on to the next segment.
Immortals of Avium.
Immortals of Avium.
Which I have here on loop. There's no audio, but it is on loop for you guys there if you are curious. I think it looks interesting.
I am going to say it. It is a different styled Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yes.
With the combat.
After playing Ghostwire, I 100% see the parallels you're seeing, yeah.
It is a fantasy version of Ghostwire Tokyo, which I will agree with you. Ghostwire is a beautiful and amazing game. I haven't played through it completely like I have done with Cyberpunk, but I will be going back and playing it completely. Yeah. And Immortals of Avium, I reckon, will be another video game along that same.
My only concern is it does share a lot of parallels with Ghostwire Tokyo, but it also gives me very strong Anthem vibes, and it is another EA original like Anthem. And my concern is it's going to be more of the same that we've seen from EA recently. I say that, but then Jedi Survivor is also an EA original.
Thank you.
I love that.
I think so. Here's something I think we discussed it in the last podcast. There's a few famous faces in this title. So if anyone has watched Suits, Jessica Pearson.
That's on just Jessica Pearson's on screen now, yeah. She's an amazing woman.
She is an amazing woman, but it's a big celebrity that has been cast.
Yeah, which normally when you see that, there's danger. Let's look at this bit on the trailer. Fucking dragons.
The thing that I am worried about it is I'm a huge fan of open world stuff. So if there was an open world version of this, or it comes as an open world thing, I would enjoy it. But I also think that we're getting a lot of stuff during this trailer, leading back to our previous discussion, that we're getting a lot of like cutscene things and potential aspects of like final mission stuff. I mean, look, it looks like a full-on assault on some sort of.
To be fair, though, that diving into that battlefield. I almost said warfield. Diving into that battlefield like that could very much be endgame. But that to me gives a vibe of that's where you're going to go in the tutorial and everything's going to go to shit.
Very much so. If it turns out that it's going to become like an open world thing, I'm going to be a very happy man. If it's going to be,
I get vibes that it's going to be less open world and more multiple semi-open but small regions with linear story levels. But whether that's how it goes, I don't know. But
I mean, the fact that I enjoyed Ghostwire, it's a beautiful game. The gameplay was unique to me. I think it's got high hopes, but as we've discussed in the podcast today, it's an EA title. And is it so hyped up and so glossy looking, but it's gonna...
Yeah. Your camera is having a field day on stream, but don't worry, you're still coming through extremely clearly. It's just your image is being weird, so I apologise for that for anyone who's in chat at the minute. But you are still coming through fine audio-wise, so don't worry about it, mate.
But I have to fucking worry about it now, don't I?
No, you don't, because when it comes to Spotify, no one's going to be able to fucking see it. But yeah, no, I think it looks like a really good game. I do think, like, with the different coloured beams of light and stuff, I'm assuming that's going to hint at, well, you see it, don't you, like the different forms of magic. So I imagine there's going to be, like, a bit like you see with Ghostwire, where you've got your water energy, your wind energy, and your fire energy, which are the three I've unlocked so far.
You're literally going to be doing a Avatar: The Last Airbender sorcerer thing. You've got lightning, you've got water, you've got earth, you've got nature in general, and then you've got fire. It's going to be along that pretense.
Imagine though with Airbender, imagine being able to control all these elements, but you can't make yourself grow hair. That poor kid's got male pattern baldness. And his favourite best friend, and you can tell he's self-conscious because his best friend is Appa, who's extremely hairy. I feel like he does that to offset. He's like, so he can just stand under him and do like that and just have the Appa's fur. And
I was just thinking, Appa's just hovering, and Aang is just underneath, like with Appa on his head, like I've got a full head of hair. La, 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 la.
Well, apparently he can grow a full head of hair. He just shaves it. I am yet to see him with hair.
Yeah, I don't believe it. Proof or it didn't happen.
Yeah, because he goes on like 4 or 5 day adventures and doesn't even get fucking stubble, so that's bullshit.
Yeah. Also, I don't appreciate the fact that he has Appa. He's probably got a brush in his bag or whatever that he can brush Appa. And the only time that you guys see him with hair is when he's brushed Appa. Appa's molted. He's then he's got a ball of this Appa fur. And then puts it on his head.
Yeah.
He wears a toupee of Appa.
I'm going to say Appa is actually airbender language for toupee. Is what I was exactly just going to say. I'm so glad we both went there. He gets knocked out for a month and wakes up with hair. So exactly. So no.
Wait, so like Andrew Tate? Sorry.
I love that with Andrew Tate when he went into prison. It's like, because people were ripping him about being bald. It's like, I can grow hair. I've grown a full head of hair, and then there's a picture of him coming out of the prison, and he's got a hairline like Gollum, and it was the funniest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah. But no, I think Immortals, it looks good, and I do hope that it lives up to the hype of the trailer.
Yeah. Well, July 20th we get it to come out, and I don't think it's coming to any like actual streaming services in terms of games like Game Pass or EA Access. I don't think it's coming to any of them at launch, so it'll definitely probably be one for me where I take a back seat, see the reception of it, see sort of the state it releases in, and then go from there. I don't think it's one I'm going to pre-order because I've been burnt by EA too many times now. I love them.
Yeah, I think. I think I'll probably hold off, let it release, see what happens on the first week. Yeah. If it from there the first week looks like it's hopeful and everything, I will probably go out and buy it and play it. But it's one of those. If you've been burnt once, you're going to be burnt again.
Yeah. But it wouldn't be too bad if it was a known IP, like again Jedi Survivor. I know it's another EA title. I know it's going to be good because it's the same people who did the first one. The first one was amazing. If you gave me a new Mass Effect game, even though Andromeda was a bit rocky, I still enjoyed it. I'd probably pre-order Mass Effect. But for a new title I know nothing about, the last time I did this was Anthem. I ain't risking that again. Fuck that. Because it's going to be a full price title, isn't it? It's going to be a 60 quid title at least. The nice thing is the hair looks really nice. The hair textures look really good, but at the same time, it's not going to look like this when it releases.
The thing is, though, why? I know that we like games are trying to progress and look even better and all that, but why in the flying fuck do game developers concentrate more on the hair of the fucking people than they do of the gameplay of the fucking games that they're releasing? Because you've got loads of like custom creator screens for loads of games where the hair is so intricate that you can see the hairs stand up on the back of their neck. But where's the fucking story?
Yeah, but Sam, to be fair though, you have just played Cyberpunk, a game that you love, where at launch the Willy physics worked perfectly and the car physics didn't.
That I'm not ashamed about, and I'm not upset about. Okay, I'm not upset about that.
Dispute it.
Also, Immortals, just on Steam, is a £50 standard edition, £60 deluxe edition game. But that's probably going to be £60 for PlayStation for standard and £70 for deluxe, because that's just what fucking PlayStation do. Yeah,
and they are different. It is a different dev doing Immortals of Aveum to who did Anthem. It was BioWare that did Anthem. So the fact that I've turned around and said I'm going to pre-order the next Mass Effect when it comes out is ballsy of me. But EA as a company with the practices they keep have burnt a lot of people.
Yeah. Immortals of Avium is developed by Ascendant Studios, an independent AAA team led by Brett Robbins, creative director of Dead Space, Call of Duty, and published by EA. So Dead Space is a big franchise that I like. So it's got a lot going for it, but they need to do it right.
But the nice thing is that if it's from a dude who was also a lead on Call of Duty, hopefully that means that, I know it's magic, not guns, but because it's ranged, I'm going to say it anyways, the gunplay is probably going to feel quite nice. Because that's one thing. I mean, you can say what you like about Call of Duty, whether you like it or not, the gunplay in Call of Duty is solid. If it wasn't, they would never be where they were.
Like, the whole join the Everwar, Immortals of Avium is a single-player, first-person magic shooter that tells the story of Jack as he joins an elite order of battle mages to save a world on the edge of Abyss. With legions of soldiers on both sides of the Everwar, he must uncover the mysteries of Avium's troubled past if there's any hope for saving its future. Master 3 forces of magic and unleash spells with deadly skill in a game that defies FPS conventions. So
but see, that annoys me, the fact that they've told you how many types of magic you're going to learn, and they've shown all of them. Yeah, that annoys me. If they'd have just shown us like one and be like, learn different types of magic, you'd be like, oh fuck, well I've seen one. What else are they going to add? I love that. The fact
is, just how it. Why am I going to say this?
Go on, Sam. We can cut it if we need to.
Hogwarts fucking Legacy. I'm just having a look here. It's, in my opinion, it's going to turn out a little bit like Hogwarts Legacy. And I only say that because unlock and upgrade more than 25 spells.
Oh, wow, 25?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I will give Hogwarts Legacy this, though, is during their advertising campaign, they did show us some gameplay where they just, like, showed us how the combat worked, and they showed us, they walked us around some bits of Hogwarts without revealing too much. I'll give them that. They went for the wow factor and showed us, and they did tell us there are more spells you can learn, but we're only going to use these for Hotbard because we don't want to spoil them. We don't want to tell you how many there are. We don't want to tell you what you've got. Just know there's more. I feel like that was a good approach because that made me thinking, oh, well, what spells are we going to get? Are we going to get the killing curses? And they're like, well, wait and see. And then obviously in the trailer, then the trailer close to the time we got of Adacadabra. It was like, yeah, man. You want to be a hobo, a murder hobo? Go for it. I do like that you can be a murder hobo though, and you go back to school and it's just like, oh, are we going on another adventure? Yes, I'm going to kill everybody. I'm very good at me. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they needed a morality system because you can't just go fucking capping wizards everywhere using the killing curse and then come back going, I'm here to learn herbology. It doesn't really resonate, but you know what I mean? It doesn't really flow. But we are at the 2-hour mark, so we are going to get on or multiplayer moments like that are wholesome or funny stuff, like because we have talked about, obviously, like last week we talked a lot about the industry shift and how like multiplayer gaming, like the use of couch co-op has disappeared. LAN parties you don't really see anymore. It's all like online now. If anyone does have any stories they want to share, please put in chat now. I think I've got one on Discord. I only got one. I might have two. So I will look at them and we'll read some out. Sam, if you want to share any of your stories as well, you're more than welcome to. I've probably got some stories to share. Let's have a look, see if I've got any sort of share your stories. So I got one from the lovely Finality, which good old Finn is very good at. He responds every week. Playing local co-op Man of Medan with Mrs. Finn. The first time we played a game like that, had many tense moments, but somehow we got everyone through to the end bar one, whom my wife had lost and I'd ribbed her for, much to her annoyance. Well, turns out I did a very bad thing earlier in the game that resulted in literally everyone getting gunned down in the last 30 seconds. I'll never forget the slow head turn and deadpan look from her. The words that followed, I've blocked out of memory for my own sanity.
Fucking hell.
I fully get that when you rib someone for something and then immediately it's like, oh, how are the turntables? But I played Man of Medan. I really liked it. I got everybody to the end alive, like, bar.
All right, don't need to rub it in.
Bar one. I got to the last sequence and I killed one of them off. And because I was going for a no death run and I killed one, I called the game bullshit and uninstalled it and never actually finished the game. Because it pissed me off that much. I was like, nah, this is fucking bullshit, man. Do you want to share a story, Sam? Do you have any stories, fond memories of multiplayer experiences, or?
So I remember playing World of Warcraft, and we were doing like early days of Mythic Plus dungeoning, and I was playing with a load of random people. I can't remember the dungeon exactly, but I remember we were on like the second or third boss of it, and we'd all joined a Discord call to make it easier because we were pushing for quite a high key.
Yeah.
And this boss slapped the shit out of our healer and our 2 DPS. So there was just the tank and me. And I remember being in this Discord call, and I was trying to heal as well as DPS, and this tank was trying to heal and keep the threat off me. And I remember we would just ran round and round and round, and just the sheer encouragement from the guys in the Discord call was like, you guys are fucking doing it. The percentage is coming down. I can't, guys, this shouldn't be a thing. What is going on? And we were getting down, and it was like, oh, guys, just to say, you've reached 30% remaining. Guys, 25, 20, 15. We got down to the last 10%, and it was such a unclenching my butt cheeks moment because our health was getting low, and it got close to the wire, but we managed to get it. And the size of relief from me and this tank were amazing. They were both so vocal and so loud, and it was like, thank fuck we're done with that shit. But you had the other guys like screaming, like clapping and shit like that. It was great. I think the other story would have to be happens yesterday.
Well, when you weren't particularly playing multiplayer, but you were playing a game with friends there.
Yeah,
the Pan Am story that I covered earlier.
Yeah, it was the Pan Am ending. It was the one that I had been hyped up for. It was the one that I couldn't wait, and I had hoped would be a thing, and it lived up to every expectation. And just you hyping it up so much, and then everyone kind of taking the piss because I'm nearly in fucking tears.
Yeah, but that's when you know that a game's good, when it's that powerful that it can get you to feel them emotions. So no one particularly judged you. Everyone was just happy that you got that level of immersion in the game and that much love for the characters, that you felt that. Because that's how you know someone's had a good experience. So Mandy has said that she was playing Sea of Thieves in a server where they aligned up with some people to do Glitterbeard. They met a few cool crews, and they all decided, in their infinite wisdom, that they were going to try and do the entirety of Glitterbeard on a single rowboat. But there was 12 of them. 12 people on a rowboat. I mean, kind of hot.
I mean, I want to know the independent stories, the romances that were formed between two members of the rowboat crew, and how the sex scene goes on.
Well, that's the thing, because wherever I go on the internet, if I end up in a multiplayer thing, teaming up with someone, I always end up in a romance with somebody.
Yeah.
It's got to be done.
Half of you were barrels chilling in a boat.
I think one of my funniest ones was literally from yesterday when I got banned off Overwatch 2. Which pissed me off, man. So we're playing Overwatch 2, chilling out, having a good time. This dude comes in, starts talking smack in the text chat for the game, and someone calls him out and says, "I'm 2." To me, being a kid who grew up with Vine, the whole 9 inches deep in your mom. I said 2 inches deep in your mom at him, And he went, "You have no penis then, yeah?" And me thinking I was funny, and it was fucking a brilliant comeback. I tell her, I said, "Nah, I don't, but that's because she bites, dirty old woman." And the dude reported me, and I got instantly banned. I got a 24-hour ban on Overwatch, so I can't play Overwatch today, and it's pissing me off because I was vibing with Torbjorn and Andrews. But the one of my favorite memories, and it was also one of my most heartbreaking memories, is I remember when and what we used to do is I used to go around every Sunday, and what we would do is we would play Battlefront 2 on the PS2. I'd bundle my PlayStation 2 and my game into my rucksack, and I'd walk to his house and we'd play, and it'd be great. And I remember we were sat we were just doing like private games 1v1 on it, and I was he was always better at the game than me, but one game I fucked him up and I won, and I got that excited I fell off his bed backwards but still holding the controller, and with the force I yanked the whole PlayStation across the room and smacked him in the face with it. So I took myself out, took him out, and unfortunately, because it was still the days of disc drives being a bit rocky, I also completely obliterated my Battlefront 2 disc, and it broke my heart. I broke his face and my own heart in one foul swoop. But just watching, well, I didn't watch, I was looking at the ceiling, but hearing the PS2, like all the wires nearly take his TV out, then just hear a PlayStation 2 contact somebody's face. It was an audible experience to rival Nickelback. It was fantastic. It had more musical prowess than Bono. It was fantastic. I loved every second of it. It was sad that I broke my game. I got a new one, but it was funny as fuck, man.
So the fact is, it's moments like that you'll never be able to have again.
Exactly.
And the loss of the disc or the breakage of the disc comes nothing compared to being able to, years down the line, being able to tell that story.
Yeah. It had me wheezing. Like, I don't really have any really funny stories other than that. I remember I used to play a lot of Infected on Modern Warfare 3 with all my high school mates. These were the same mates that made me buy Anthem. Bastards. But we used to play a lot of custom Infected games, just a lot of us. It was always Seatown, Modern Warfare 3, Infected. Everyone always used to sit on that little fucking bridge. It was a bitch. And I remember one of our mates, he was the one who always hosted the games, and he was very, very, very autistic, so if he didn't host the games, he freaked out, so we let him. And he had to disappear because his dinner already, his mum shouted down for dinner. He was like, "Oh, right, I'm just going to go get my dinner. It's on like a pizza, so I'll only be 10 minutes. We're like, "Yeah, that's fine. We'll all sit and chat," because we thought if we just leave and host another game and he comes back, he'll freak the fuck out. 4 hours he was gone. And all of us were sat there going, "Should we boot up again?" Nah, he's been a while now. He'll probably come back any minute. 4 hours we sat there and it was like, "I'm back, guys." About fucking time. I wasn't gone that long. Like, mate, you've been gone that long. Hang from Avatar's grown fucking hair.
And shaved it off already.
And shaved it off again. And definitely doesn't have a toupee or 7. But it was 4 hours, man. Well, I think what he'd done, I think he'd gone and eaten his dinner, and then he'd had a shower, and then he'd seen that his mum was watching something on TV and got distracted and that. And then gone to the toilet, and then gone back downstairs forgetting his Xbox was on, and then has remembered and come back upstairs. We're like, "Mate, we've been sat on a main menu listening to the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 menu music on repeat for 4 hours, whilst all talking about how much we really, really want to play this game. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning, and none of us can be fucking arsed." Like, Jesus, man. But then he proceeded to deny that ever happened going forward. Like, remember that time when you made us wait 4 hours? He's like, "I've never done that." I was like, "Yeah, you fucking have, dickhead." There's about 7 of us who can attest to it. I'm still looking at this Immortals of Avium trailer because it's still playing on my PC, and I must admit the rain textures look quite nice as well. Just hoping it's not an Anthem where it's pretty but pointless. Like me, I'm pretty but pointless. Whereas Sam's the opposite. Sam's really useful, but he's got a right ugly mug.
You can fuck off. I'm the sexiest of the two.
Why did you grow a beard to hide most of it?
because women dig beards. Why can't you grow one?
I can. It's here. Look.
That, my friend, is not a beard. That is a chin strap that you can get grabbed. Beard.
Right, considering this time last year, I was lucky if I got like a hair on my chin. I'm fucking accepting this as a beard, dickhead.
Stop shaving your legs and sticking it to your fucking face then, you dickhead.
Oh, fuck you. I'm already balding. Leave me alone. I'm already self-conscious. But I think we are at the 2-minute 12 mark for the. I think that's a good place to call it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's a manageable thing for the spuddy phase.
It is. I will be back streaming Monday. I think I'm going to be doing Wild Hearts. A demo for that, which we'll see how bad it actually is, because I've heard a lot of negative things. That could be fun. Obviously, keep an eye out on the streaming as well, because you're going live. You're wanting to go live next week as well, aren't you, Sam? What day are you thinking?
Yeah.
Have you decided yet?
Probably Tuesday. If not, it will be a midweek, Wednesday-ish.
That's fine. So keep an eye out as well for that. Obviously, it's at DarkMCR on Twitter for Sam. And if you are watching this on Twitch, you obviously already know who I am because you're on my channel. If you're not, it's at Yorkshire Bother on Twitch for anyone listening on Spotify and Google Podcasts, because that should be up and running soon as well. But until next time, everyone, which hopefully next time, maybe it might be me, Huffle, Sam, Iron Sladen, and Greasy Fax Machine all in one room in my living room, drunk. That could be a very fun podcast. We might not live stream that one. We might just record it just in case it goes terribly.
You, me, and Sladen all under the same roof with alcohol in our systems, and the filter had been completely removed. Yeah, definitely ain't going to be a live stream unless it's in the Discord.
Considering with a filter, I've said that I'd eat dog food and fuck a gunshot wound. I think drunk is going to be so much worse.